Okay, guys, so welcome to Tuesday's trading session. So, as I mentioned in previous video, I will be coming into the market before 15 minutes of my London kill zone to analyze the chart. So, as you can see right here, we worked into the 50% retracement of the daily candle. This is my opening right here. This is my opening. We took liquidity from previous day's high, okay, and we retraced into the consequent encouragement of this week and into the 50% area. So right now, I will be waiting for my 2 a.m. London kill zone to start. So going into the daily chart, this move to the upside is an anticipation for me for us going short into this area right here. So let me mark out also the optimal trade entry areas. So I need to go to my Excel to see everything aligned. So this is my Excel sheet. Let me open my Excel sheet right here and this right there. So first of all, mark previous 2 days highs and lows. Okay, mark the daily candle opening. This is my daily candle opening, so this is equilibrium. We are above equilibrium, so we short. I have a daily bias, which is bearish. Okay, I have a daily target, the previous 2 days lows. Time my London session, hourly retracement into a previous high. Okay, and my entry point will be the 5-minute shift in market structure. So it will be a break of structure or a change of character. So now I marked this 50% is for the daily candle, and these are the optimal trade entry areas. So what I usually do is this, okay, this is right here, then we have another one like this. So now I'm marked, everything is marked. I need to just wait for shift in market structure, and recently now, as you can see, that's fair value gap formation. So we might at 2 a.m. retrace into this fair value gap and then see shift in market structure to the downside. My targets are these lows right there. So now everything is clear for me on my Excel sheet. Everything is checked. I have everything marked. I just need for my entry present itself and for me to enter. So right here, everything is checked. Now I will just be waiting to see when the next hourly candle, the 2 a.m. kill zone opens for me to see retracement into this area right here and see shift in market structure to the downside and targeting these areas right here. And also I will be monitoring the opening of the daily candle to see if we will get some type of rejection from this area, but usually it will break down into these areas right here. So let's go into Forex Factory to see what we got on Tuesday. So Tuesday, there is news at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. So we are clear to position ourselves during the London session. So everything is marked. I'll just remove these notes to have everything clear. And when I have an entry, I will be entering live. And when I have partials taken or stop loss hit, I will be also taking partials live or analyzing why did my stop loss get hit. Okay, guys, so as you can see, we broke structure to the downside with a fair value gap formation. So since we did not retrace to the upside on the hourly chart, what I will be waiting is retracement into the fair value gap. Okay, guys, actually, I decided not to take trade during London session. Let me tell you why. So in my kill zone at 2 a.m., we actually broke structure to the downside. Okay, so right here we broke structure to the downside. So this I wasn't sitting in front of the charts because I like to see retracement into these areas. So what happened is that if, for example, we broke structure right here, this is my entry, my stop loss not below 5 pips. Okay? So let's take an example that this is my stop loss, and there is a high fair value gap above my stop loss. So as soon as we hit this equilibrium right here, or we go past equilibrium into this low right here, we might see some type of retracement going into the New York session. So since we have a very big fair value gap formation right here, and we did not tap into this fair value gap at 2 a.m., I will be waiting for retracement, for example, at 3 a.m., or I will be waiting for New York session to give me opportunity to ride it all the way into these lows right here, because right there we had the shift in market structure at 12 a.m. So it immediately shifted the market structure going to the downside. Right now this low is taken, so as you can see we have high, low, higher high, lower low. So there is a high probability that we make a lower high right now after this hourly candle closes. So I will be waiting for some type of retracement into the fair value gap into the 50% area in order for me to have an opportunity to enter the trade. So usually the shift in market structure happens at 2 a.m. But since today it didn't happen at 2 a.m., I needed to wait for an hourly retracement, not just a daily retracement. So right there, shift in market structure at 2 a.m. around the high, okay? So if I go, it happened before 2 a.m., but it was very close to the shift in market structure. Then we tested this order block right here, okay, and then we broke structure to the downside. So this is an opportunity to enter because this high, there is a very low probability that this high will be tagged one more time, okay. So because we are close to the high, I can wait for break of structure on the 2 a.m. Candle. But since today we had a midnight break of structure, so I just want to see a retracement into the fair value gap, even if it's at the low of the fair value gap. It's fine for me. I just want to see retracement. So I will wait to see what will happen during London session, and then we shall see what opportunity will give us going into the New York session. So guys, as you can see right here, we retraced into this fair value gap, and then we pushed into the opening of the daily candle. But since it was not a retracement, and we had this powerful fair value gap right there, so I did not enter the trade. I'm just waiting to see a retracement into a PD array. And as you can see right here, we are uh, getting rejected from this area. So there's 12 minutes to close. And when we close, I will see if the next if the next hourly candle will be bullish, and I will see if we retrace into the 50% area into a PD array. So we have this fair value gap and this small fair value gap right there. So right now, London session gave me a good idea that we are bearish. And my first easy target is this low right here, and this is my hard target. But since we have equal lows, so it's very tempting for price to go into this area. So right now, I will be just waiting to see some type of hourly retracement. I need to see an hourly bullish candle forming in order for me to have an idea entering a trade. Okay, so if I wanted to take a trade, I could have taken a trade from here into the opening of the daily candle, so it would have been a very quick scalp one-to-one risk reward ratio. So my entry would have been around this area right here, stop loss at 5 pips, targeting 5 pips. Okay, so very quick scalp with this entry, but I did not take it because I don't like to take scalps. Okay, so I'm not a scalper, I'm an intraday trader, and I just wait for an opportunity that the market will give me in order for me to ride it all the way into my daily targets. So right now, as you can see, we are pushing very powerfully to the downside. So what I will be anticipating is after this low is taken, this is an important low right here. After this low is taken, we shall see a retracement into a 50% PD array, so into approximately this area right here, and then I will be waiting a shift in market structure during a New York session, because we might keep pushing right now during London session. So I will get back to you when it's time for New York session. Okay guys, so as you can see, at 3 a.m. we are now retracing with no bottom wick candle. So this is a high probability retracement going into the 5-minute area. If I take this high to this low, you can see that we are above 50%. We swept now liquidity from this high. We might retrace into the optimal trade entry area. Then we may start pushing lower. So right now, I'm just waiting for shift in market structure on the 5 minutes time frame. Okay, and when I have the opportunity to enter a trade, I will get back to you. I'm still on my time zone. My kill zone is from 10 till 5 a.m. So till this candle closure, till the 4 a.m. candle, hourly candle closure. So now I'm just waiting to see a shift in market structure or bearishness into the downside. So right now, if I want to go into the 5 minute, first of all, we retraced into the 50% area of the hourly chart. This is the first thing. Now, if I want to go to the 5-minute candle, we retested the 50% retracement and the consequent encouragement of previous candle right there. And now I'm just waiting to see momentum into bearishness. We just have this fair value gap right here that we might get deep into it. So right now we are consolidating. I'll just wait, okay, to see what will happen. Very beautiful right here, but I want to wait. I have to wait. I need to be patient. Okay, we might go deep into it one more time before we rally to the downside. Now this is a swing low formation on the 5-minute candle. If we close bullish, so if we break this low right here, we might see us going bearish. So it's just about time. I need to wait. I'll come back to you when I enter that trade. Okay. So guys, one more thing. If we retest this high, I'll be entering on the hourly chart. Okay. So let me move this 5-minute, this 15, and this hourly chart. If we retest this high, okay, I will be entering on the hourly chart with a 0.4 lot size. So now if I enter, I will have approximately 10 pips stop loss for this high, okay, but I will be waiting. I can take this high as an entry. Okay, we pushed above it. I will enter right here, and my stop loss would be above this area. Let me just. Okay, I need to. How can I hide great money? So it's around 7 pips stop loss. So right now I am risking around 0.5%. Okay, so it's a good risk. I can change it right there. Okay, so I'm risking $30 right now, and uh, if I take the trade till this point, it will be okay. So my first target is actually at this low right here. So this is previous day's low. So my target is previous day's low. So this is my target. This is my first target. I will be taking partials right here. We shall see if we will break to the downside. Okay, so there is a high probability that we are going bullish, but now we retraced into this area with no wick formation on the 1 hour chart. So hopefully we start pushing to the downside. So on the 4 hour time frame, it looks like bullishness, but hopefully we start retracing back to the downside. Okay, I don't have a very powerful feeling that we will win this trade, although it's based on my strategy. So I have a 50% retracement level. I am above the daily opening. We swept liquidity. We went into the 50% daily retracement level. We had no wick of the previous day open to the downside. So there is a high probability that we are going bearish. But looking on the 4 hour time frame, we see that this is some type of sweep of liquidity and we are going bullish. But hopefully, since I have everything is based on my strategy, I need to take the trade even though I think that is wrong. It's not about what I think and what my emotions tells me. It's about the strategy and executing based on my strategy. So right now I will get back to you when my stop loss is hit or my ATP is hit. So guys, as you can see, if we win this trade, it would be around 1 to 5.5 risk to reward ratio, and I will be going from 2% loss into around 1% profit. So hopefully this trade will go as I want, and if not, it will give me an idea what happened and why my trade was wrong. Okay, so I might take partials at the low of this hourly candle. We shall see how it will go. I might take partials right there, or I might also take partials at 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio, and then leave the rest into this area right here. So at 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio, I might take like 30-40% of my position. So I'm in with 0.1, 0.4 lots. I might take around 0.15 lots when I hit my 1 to 1, and I will move my stop loss at this high, at this hourly high, and hopefully the rest will be at profit. So I'm anticipating a 40 pips movement to the downside. We might go into these lows, but now since I took that trade, there is a lot of urge to just be on the right side of my idea, and hopefully we see something positive since I executed everything based on my strategy. So the first partial that I will be taking, I will be taking it live, and then the rest when my TP hits, I will be also recording. So guys, as you can see, my 1-to-1 is hit. I will take, I will close. Uh, I will close one. So I closed 1%, 0.1 lot of my trade, and we had right now a shift in market structure. So I would not like to see this high being broken, but I will keep my risk. I will not move my stop loss because we might see a sweep of this high and then shift to the downside. So right now it would be a 121 profit. Okay, so the 0.1 lot did nothing. Actually, my balance is right now just $10 up, so it's nothing. So at least I will be waiting for this low right here. Okay, so this is my entry. Let me see how much pips it would be. Up, 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 up. No, 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 no. So this is right here. Okay, this would be a 20 pips movement to the downside to this equal lows right here. Okay, so I will not be taking just 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio right now. This is a decent trade. If I take it all, I closed 0.1 lot because of my fear of loss, but we shall see. Hopefully it will go as I wanted. There is a fair value gap right here. I might add some of my position, so I might add 0.4 lot, and my stop loss will be at this high right here. So this is my high right now, and I might add some partials if we go into this area right here. I might add some on my position. So right now, let me see how much pips be. If I want to take it, for example, let's take it there. So it will be around 12 pips stop loss. So if it's 12 pips stop loss, uh, if I put 0.25 lots, I'll be risking half percent. So I will put around 0.2 lots. So if we retrace into this value gap, I will also add to my position, selling around 0.2 lots with the same stop loss of my first initial trade that I took on the hourly chart. Okay. Right now we retraced into this fair value gap, but this is a very powerful movement to the downside, and as you can see we are making a wick into this fair value gap on the hourly candle, so there is a high probability that we are pushing to the downside. I just want to see the next hourly candle just breaking these lows right here. So uh, I'm just waiting right now. Okay, so there is 3 minutes for this candle to close, and I would like to see push into this fair value gap and even into this low right here, and then a breaking low. This is my idea of the trade. I might take partials of this trade right here and add another position right there. In this way, I will not be losing. Okay, so right now, as you can see, we are retracing for. So I need to take partials. Close. Okay, I took another 0.1. I have no loss. It's $1 loss. Here. I'm just waiting right now to see how the next hourly candle will open. Okay. So we had a very big rejection from this fair value gap, and we formed now a new fair value gap right here. 2 minutes to close. We have this important. Okay, I want to see price reaching for this low and rejecting from this low. And if I see rejection from this low, I might enter another trade. I might take another entry. So I will be waiting for the next hourly candle to open to see how we will move from this low right here. So if I wanted to enter on the 5 minutes chart, my entry would have been at this area and my stop loss above this area. Okay, if I wanted to wait for shifted market structure on the 1 minute chart. But what I noticed is that we retraced a lot to the upside into a very beautiful area and with a stop loss higher. So it's around the 79% retracement level, so it's a very, very decent entry. Okay, and as you can see, we did not get any drawdown. We immediately pushed to the downside. Now I want to see how price will react from this line that I put on my chart to see if I will add on my position going short. Okay, so if I take this high with the slow, this is around the 50% area. Okay, so it's a decent way for entry, another entry. So I just want to wait to see how we will react from this area right here. Plus, I'd like to see the hourly candle pushing to the upside first before it starts breaking to the downside. In this way, I know that this is a high forming right now before we start pushing to the downside. So I will just add 0.2 lots and with my stop loss above this area. In this way, I will be risking around a half percent. Plus, I took some of my position at this area right here. So let me show trade history. So I took some of my positions right here. So I'm around risk free even if I take another position at this area. So if I see right here a shift in market structure on the 1 minute, I might enter. So this will be taking the lows of this candle. So I need one more push. Okay. And if it will not give me the push, I will lower my entry. It has to give me. I cannot enter below 50%. This is the 50%. So okay. When it hits this line, I will be entering my position. In this way, I will be risk-free for my trade because I already took some of my partials and I will be trying to ride it for Monday's low. Come on, it's in the video. Oh, let's ride it out. Okay, come on. Oh my god. I need push to the upside, not the downside. You see if we hit the 50% yet. We did not hit the 50% yet. So I'd like to see one more push to the upside. Come on. Market is not willing. If we close bearish right now, I will be entering with a 0.15. Okay, I need to enter right here and my stop loss at my entry. Okay, wait. This is my new lot size. Okay, I need to know how much I'm risking. Okay, let me just do this. So like this, I'm risking $10. Okay. So it would be a risk-free position. I will drag it in the same area. Be around $50. Okay, so what I will be doing, I will be taking, so let me see this. This is the bigger size, I will be taking it right here, and the rest I will be leaving it for this low right there. So this is my first target, Monday's low. So this is Monday's low, and my second target is the equal lows down there. Right now, everything is set up. I have my first stop loss at this area, and I need to drag my stop loss at this area too. So same stop loss and different targets, and I will be back around the New York session. Okay, so everything is set up right now. I will be just waiting. Okay, so see you when I need to close my positions or when my TP is hit or my. So guys, I actually closed my position right there. So I was risking 25, around $30. So it was a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. I had $5 in my balance, so $4,905, and now I'm up around $65. So it was a decent trade. I actually wanted to take partials at this area right here, but I wasn't in front of the charts and I don't know how to put limit orders yet, so it's a little bit messy since I'm just new. Also, when I added to my position at this area, I don't know what happened. I took some of my, so I took partials at 1 to 1. Then I added at this area right here the partials that I took. So it was a risk-free trade. So I've had $10 backed in my account, and I had my other entry $10 risk with my first trade as $0 risk. So my first trade was risk free, and my second trade was around $10 loss, with which was the money that I backed from a previous trade. Then what happened is that, as you can see right here, I took partials at this area from this low lot, from this low position size. Then I took partials at the equal lows right there. Then I saw that we might have a shift to the upside. Now, since we have 1 more hour to go into the torque session, and I didn't see very powerful move to the downside, so I backed my profit. If I have another opportunity to take a trade during New York session, since it was a winning trade during London session, I might go and take a trade during New York session. Now, what I noticed is that I'm more disciplined. I'm more disciplined entering the trade. Okay, so I have a trading idea. I'm more disciplined executing the trade. So I'm good with this mindset. But now I am trying to take partials very fast. Okay, so I have the urge to take partials very fast and to move my stop loss because I don't want to lose. Okay, so the fear of losing makes me lose with my profit. Okay, so in this trade actually I was anticipating to get out of the negative side and pushing a little bit around half to 1% on the positive side, but since we are having choppiness right now and we are during the lunch break of London session, so this is something very normal to see, but I'm not used to it, and I'm actually watching the charts all the time. Even though if I'm not in front of my laptop, I watch the charts on my phone. Okay, so this is a problem that I am facing right now, a new problem that I'm facing since I am starting to become disciplined. So there is no trade that I will be taking without all my confluence needed. So as you can see right here, I executed perfectly when we were pushing to the upside. Why did I take this trade? Because I had a better stop loss going the hourly chart. So I based this trade on my hourly chart. So I entered right here. I had a stop loss above 7.2 pips, and I had a target around here of 27 pips. So if I go to my calculator, 27 divided by 7.2, so it would be around 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. But what happened is that I was impatient as usual. Okay, so first of all, I was impatient entering the trade. Now I'm impatient exiting the trade. So usually I take partials at the swing low of the hourly candle, but since I have targets for the day and I am an intraday uh, trader, I need to have the discipline to go for my full profit. Okay, so what happened right here is I saw rejection from this area. That's why I collapsed my trade, winning around it was 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, but it was a 1.5%, 1.4% on my account. Okay, so I'm going in the right direction. I have a strategy, but I need to have more discipline going into my profits.